Hello everybody, welcome back to another Axiom Trading video. Today we're talking about why I particularly choose to use M1 as my key trading app in Brokerage. A couple of things before we get into that you might want to know is AMD is releasing new GPUs next week, and then their earnings are the day after, so something to look after. Also, there's been rumors going around that Microsoft is going to be working with Elon Musk when it comes to SpaceX and also all the Starlink stuff for computing and that sort of stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started into why I decided to go with M1. I wasn't originally an M1 user, and it was actually the final brokerage I've used. I've kind of used the trifecta of trading apps. I started out with Robinhood, got approved for Webull, didn't like it too much, and then moved actually to M1. I was in Robinhood probably up until the whole thing where their trading activity kind of halted or their whole system bugged out for a few days. At the time I was actually in an options play, which is surprising to most people because I don't typically go for options play, but if I was going for one, I don't want to lose profits on that, and that's kind of exactly what happened with Robinhood because I was unable to sell those contracts. So since then, I have kind of chosen to move to kind of the Webull point of view and see how that was. I really like how Webull presents all its information. I can see that it being a really, really good trading app for those switching from Robinhood, or for those who want to do a lot of day trading type of stuff, or even kind of more option play sort of thing. Because with M1 is definitely a long-term route, at least in my opinion. The way that I use it, I have my Roth IRA set up in there, and then I also have an individual account. The individual account's great because I can keep track of all my different positions, and I can have positions set for a certain percentage. Like I want a 5% in Apple, it'll always keep it at 5%. Especially with the stock list that I put you guys through yesterday with all those like high income dividend stocks, and kind of the drip method or the M1 rebalancing thing that they have is if I get dividends into my account and it reaches over $25, it gets automatically reinvested, and it keeps all my percentages the same, which is really key for long-term investing and good dividend growth too, putting that money right back in and seeing it go places. Another thing about M1 is like all the trading is like commission free. That's typically kind of standard now. But the great thing about M1 is the ability to share pies too. That's been really key. Like in the last video, I was able to link you guys my entire M1 portfolio, so you guys can actually just copy that position for position and just apply it to yours. There's been multiple studies done on novice traders opening their brokerage accounts like daily, shuffling around positions, and in the long run, comparative to someone who bought the same positions but never touches their brokerage account, they ended up getting higher returns, moving less money around, and you also don't have that kind of ease of sale. I find it more difficult to sell through M1 because I want to keep all my percentages the same, and taking out of the account kind of just sets in my mind that, hey, I should just keep this money in the market. M1's not for liquidable assets. You're not getting that money like anytime soon. Even if you were to sell out, you can use it to put it back into other trading, and you can shift around your pie, but to withdraw that takes around 3 to 5 business days. But for me, that's a comforting thing. I want to say I have high levels of ADHD, which makes it really easy for me to kind of sell some of the positions that I wouldn't normally sell if I wasn't with M1, if that makes sense. So for those of you who are trying to choose between, I call it the trifecta of trading apps, which is Robinhood, Webull, and M1, I would have to say if you're a day trader and want to use options, like most people in my age range probably, and most people coming from places like Wall Street Bets and stuff, I'd say go with Webull. There's been some more controversy coming out about Robinhood and how some people's accounts and their holdings are kind of just disappearing. So, I mean, as someone who has a lot of faith in these apps and security, and I know they're all insured, but I don't want to see my money just completely disappear out of my account. So if I were you, I would stick to either, if you're getting into the apps, I would stick to either Webull or M1. I know there's a few others emerging. Or even if you don't want to go for the classic trifecta, try looking at Fidelity and then also TD Ameritrade, because the Thinkorswim software that TD Ameritrade offers is very robust and it's considered really, really good if you just want to get in trading but also have the flexibility to do some more advanced stuff in the future. So yeah, that's basically concludes this video. It's going to be kind of a short one today. If you're interested in M1, I'll have a link to that below. It's also always linked on our website. If you guys have any questions for me or concerns, you guys know you can always put them in the comment section below. You can reach out to us on Twitter, or go ahead and join our active Discord community and someone there will help you out, and we're always active there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.